Hi guys, it's me, Charles Norman from Sports Solutions LLC. We are the creators of AthleticSOS. It is a software that if you're trying to get an athletic scholarship, if you use our software, we'll take your academic information, your sports you play, the level you think you participate at the collegiate level, and we show you all your options and opportunities. And so in this one, I want to do something a little bit different. I'm gonna just talk briefly here, and then we're gonna go in and I'm gonna show you the inside of the software. And the reason I'm going to do that is I believe technology is the game changer. And not just for what we do at AthleticSOS, but even if you're talking about using recruiting services and things like that, where the coaches come in and discover you from just inside of that software. Like you go sign up and then they let the college coaches come in and discover you. That also is technology. But the other piece of technology is you can stay local now. You don't have to travel the way you did before to get discovered by coaches on the other side of the country, or if you're in another part of the world, because of technology, the streaming technology that's out now, right? All the college coaches now can watch almost any game anywhere. You just have to let them know you exist. You have to let them know that you're interested in their program and give them an opportunity to see you participate. So make sure that if you're going to take the time out to join a travel club team and you guys are going to go to these events, whether they're local or they're national, that event has streaming. Don't waste your money and go to these events. And I know you're not in charge of the travel club program, but talk to them and say, hey, why are we going to this when we can go here? You want to play against the best. I will say that. So if your travel club program director says, hey, we need to play against these teams so you can be seen at that level, so that college coaches see you play at that level. But it makes no sense to go to any event that they're not streaming something. Somebody there needs to be streaming. And if they're streaming and it's a payment on top of you participating, pay it. Whatever it is, and then you got to get that game streamed and let those coaches know that you're going to be playing, and you can do all that inside of our software. So yeah, I am saying that, but that's one of the things that I want you guys to get going. So what I'm going to do right now is I want to show you AthleticSOS, and we're going to just walk through real briefly, and I want to show you how you're going to be very surprised how many options and opportunities you have just if you use technology to reach out and find out what's available for you. So I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to come back. So down below this video, there's a code. There are instructions. You can use our software at absolutely no cost. And then there's another video showing how the software works and what it actually is, what is AthleticSOS. Even though you're going to see the video where I'm going to walk you through, it gives you a little quick 1-2 minute thing if you want to kind of show it to you. If you're watching this and you're not a parent, you want to see this. If you're a travel club program or you're a high school coach, we have a bigger thing where you can see both sides, where you can help those kids, so your parents and the student athletes can work on their own, the family can work on their own to find schools that fit where they want to go, and then you can see the schools and then you can work with them within our software. There's two different sides. But for you guys that are using this and the code that I'm giving you below, this is just for the family, and it's just for the kids that are trying to get athletic scholarships. The other one that works with the travel club and the high schools coaches, if you guys want to help out, we also have a piece for the kids that aren't trying to get athletic scholarships, so they can find just colleges in general, and they can also find trade school opportunities, because we want every single kid that decides to go out and go to practice, and sometimes they didn't get a chance to play. Sometimes they don't even make varsity. We want to give them this software and give them an advantage over some of the other kids at the school, the program that didn't go through all of that. We want to give them, for their future, we want to give them a little extra piece, and that's what this software is all about. We want to reward them. Okay, so hold tight. I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you some things in the software I think would let you know that you should use it, and why I say you've got way more options and opportunities than you think you do if you use our software. Okay, see you guys on the other side. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, hope to see you inside AthleticSOS. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, you guys. So welcome into the AthleticSOS parent portal dashboard. And so you can see right here that we have the parent portal, and there's some other portals that are available depending on which version of the software you have. But for you guys that are going to use the code that I gave you, that's no cost, and you're just signing in, you're just going to see this side of it. So you won't have that other side to work with you. So the first thing, everything over here on the left hand side that you see is a profile for this person. And of course that's my name, but it's everything that you did when you register. So you as a parent have to register your child. And I know this becomes a sticking point for a lot of people, because like, who do you trust, right? So I get that. But we have to register you, so when you log in, I can maintain all of the stuff, all the schools that you selected, all of the settings that you placed in. So when you send out your profile, it knows it's you, and it's really important. And also, it helps us to make sure that whoever gave you that code, now in this case, you guys got a code from me, but if you got a code from someone else, we want to make sure that we're showing any information they have. That's how we sort of make so let's say you had your travel club program and they gave you a code to use AthleticSOS, you would see their logo, so you know you're in the right place, first of all. And then any news or anything that they want to give you guys, it would show up for you. So it wouldn't show up for someone else to use somebody else's code. And in the future, you'll be able to change your codes out. So maybe you have a high school code, and maybe your travel club program gave you a code, or maybe you started out with the code that I gave you, but you need to move on. You'll be able to switch those things up. But that's later. So for right now, when you registered, all of this information is information you're going to put in, and we think it's more important for you as the parent to put your child's information in so you can keep as accurate as possible. And then we didn't want to put the onus on like the high school coaches, travel club coaches, because they can help you. But if this information isn't true, like your kid's not 6'2", or or their weight's wrong, or whatever else you're doing, their GPA, they don't have to help you. So we want you to be as honest as possible, because this will trip you up when it comes time to actually get your athletic scholarship. And you can see some of the other information that we have in here, especially the NCAA, NAIA IDs. These are the eligibility center IDs that they give you. These are really important. You want to have these in. So if you start to send your profile out, the college coach, the first thing they want to know is this person serious about what's going on? Are they in the eligibility centers? And so I'll show you a little bit more about that in a moment. And then you can add your photo, which is going to be really important. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And then the other thing down here, your SAT and ACT scores, you can put them in here, and you notice you can edit all of this. You are the parent. You guys can change this up. So if you need to go back and take the test again, you can take the test and put your new scores in. You guys kind of control this. Same thing with the student details. You guys can edit this stuff. So always keep that in mind. Over here on the right-hand side, social media. It's funny, when we first started this, I was actually against adding this in as an option because I felt like social media was getting more kids in trouble than saving them. As the internet came in, the kids would be at a party, somebody would tag them, and it would show them in a bad light. But now I'm going to tell you guys, absolutely start using this. This thing is going to be super important for you guys now. And so you can add your social media accounts here so that the coaches don't have to go search for you. They can just click a button and find out the stuff that you want them to see. And again, one of the things we're talking about as an AthleticSOS member is that you want to go above and beyond. When you want to do things in your community, you want to show them your workout, your nutrition program, all the things that make you as an athlete, but you as a parent, as a person, and somebody that's going out and giving back, your leadership abilities, things like that. So go ahead and start adding that in. And then here we have files and videos. And when I say files and videos, these could be, I know back in the day when my kids were playing, getting mentioned in the newspaper was a big deal in the area. And so any of those kind of articles, any videos of any games, you can put them in here. Try to make sure you get a full game in here if you can. And these are just links. You're not actually uploading the video. You're just uploading a link. So put it in a place where you can store it. Google has places. Microsoft has places. Apple has places. There's also other, places on the web where you can start storing your videos and files of your videos of all of your games. And so you want to have these here so that the coach can come in if they just heard about you or they got this link from somewhere. They can come in and see those here. And so those are there. So those are files and videos. So when I say files, I'm talking about newspaper clippings, articles, anything that's been written about you. It's great to have a link to. And then here we have all the sports. I kind of exaggerated this a little bit. I got basketball, diving, football, and baseball. This kid's super busy. Could happen. But for the most part, you probably have one or two sports that you're pretty good at. And even if you're not college level for some of the sports, put them on anyway, because it makes you a more well-rounded athlete. It shows you continue to participate through the year, and that can be the edge that you get over someone else that's trying to get an athletic scholarship. So always put them all in, even if you're not the best of the best at some of them, but the one that you're absolutely trying to get a scholarship in, you definitely want to put that in there. And you never know, right? And then these are upcoming events, and this is one of the things I tell you guys about. The coaches need to see you play. I don't care what else is going on. They need to see you play. And sometimes for the smaller schools, your Division II, Division III, NAIA schools, sometimes even junior colleges, if those are the ones you're shooting for, they don't have the money to go and travel across the country. Now, they may have some scouts in certain areas, and they can come out and see you, but they need to know where you're going to be and when you're going to be. And as time moves forward, you're going to start seeing us add in some ability for you to add the streaming links. So if you're going to an event and the event is being streamed, you're going to be able to put that information in there. And that's going to be a game changer for a lot of the schools. And so a lot of the stuff you're looking here, I know I'm showing it to you right now, but we're already in plans on improving and changing things up. But you can see there's a lot here already. And then finally, this is the heart and soul of the software. This is where normally this would be blank. I put a few things in here so to kind of get us started. And you can see one's an academic setting. You can see the word academic here, and this other is athletic. This is for trying to get the athletic scholarship, and this is for our, I kind of wanted to show this. This is for our other set that's set for high school. So remember I told you guys earlier, there's some kids that are going to play at the high school level, but they're not going to play at the next level. And so they understand that. And so we still wanted to help them. So in this software, what we did was we gave you an academic only. Now, for those of you that are using the code that I gave you for this video, you're not going to see an academic opportunity button here, but you will see the athletic piece. So I just want to make sure of that. But I wanted to let you guys know, if you love the software, get your high school coach involved, get your high school athletic director involved, have them contact us. We'll give your school the software so all of the student athletes can use it. And it doesn't cost your school anything to get the software, but it'll allow the coaches to see the work that you're doing so that they can help you out. And then you also get the academic only along with it. Every now and then during the year, I'll add academic only for our purposes here. I usually do it around Mother's Day and Father's Day every year, just as an add-on. I can't promise that's going to be the same moving forward, but I know I did it last year. You can probably go find that video somewhere, and you can use that code instead of the code that I put down below today. So anyway, you're going to come in here, you're going to say add schools. And we always start with your academic information. I'm not going to go too far into this because there's an explanation for this inside the software. And I don't want all of our competitors going, oh, how did they do this? Or why did they do that? So I'm not going to talk about everything we do, but just know that this is here. And then you can change that information. And so your GPA or SAT, ACT scores may go up or down during your career, high school, and you can make the change for that because that's going to change the schools that you're going to find. And then we have every sport that's available. If you're in a high school, we show all the sports for that high school. But if you're doing individual, during your registration, you're going to choose a sport. So you will only see one sport here, where I just wanted to show that we have all the sports that are available. So I'm going to go and just choose basketball for this one. So if you signed up and you put basketball as your sport, that's what will show up here. And then we have you search by regions, or you can do by individual states. And then over here, we show you which states are included in the region. So that's always good to have. Now I'm on the West Coast doing this, so I'm going to look in the Northeast, right, for schools. I want to find some basketball schools. And then this is what's really important for you guys. What level can you participate? And this is hugely important for us because let's say you're going to get help from your high school or your travel club program coach, and they say, hey, I'll help you out, and they have the full program. So they may say, hey, listen, I think you're a D3 level kid. So you know if you can play D3, NAIA, or any of the junior colleges, and other is explained inside of the software. So once you get in there, you can find out more about all of that. But you know, if you can start here, that coach will help you at any of these other levels, right? And the same thing, if they think you're D1, you obviously can play D2, D3. So those are some things you want to keep in mind. But what we didn't want to happen was you think you're a D2 or D1 kid and the coach will only help you with D3. You can still search on D2 and D1. You're just going to approach it a little bit different. You're not going to get help from that coach, but we don't want to shut you down. If that's what you think where you think you belong, go for it. But I would also add some D3, NAIA schools so that coach can help you too, if that's what you want to do. So anyway, so we're going to just pick a D2 level. And then all you have to do is hit search. So I know it's a male. I know his academic information. I have his test scores. I know he plays basketball. I know he's looking in the Northeast. And I know he's looking at the D2 level. And I just hit search. And it just takes a few seconds here. And I gave this kid pretty good test scores. So if your test scores don't qualify you to attend that college academically, you won't see it in this list. So that's really important to understand about how we do things over here. So if you want to see all the schools, you would have to change your test scores up higher to fit, but that doesn't mean you really, academically qualified to attend the school. It doesn't make sense for you to look at schools you don't qualify to attend, and that's what we're trying to get down here. And so these are the schools that have men's basketball at Division II level that offer athletic scholarships for men's basketball and that you academically qualify to attend. And so they're in alphabetical order here. You can see there's about 51 entries here, but remember, we only looked in the Northeast. And these are only D2 schools. I could go back now and I could say, oh, let me look at the D3 schools. And you're going to get a different list. So I'm going to hit search again. And this is what I was talking to you guys about, all of your options. And now there's 186 schools, which is pretty cool, right? So you have all of these options. You're a D2, D3, you just have to decide, what do I want to do? And so over here, all the way over here, and also we have this division level where we have with or without football. Some of you guys want to go to schools that have a bigger college experience, and the football is that key for that. That's Friday night lights or Saturday night, whatever it is they're doing at the collegiate level. And some schools don't. Maybe you want to go to a smaller school. Usually these schools are a little bit smaller without football. So anyway, if you choose on that, if that's important to you, and you can sort on all of these. So this is alphabetical. You can sort on this and flip it upside down. You can do the states in alphabetical order. But over here is where we kind of set ourselves apart again. And this is why we think we're special. And everyone wants to use our software. If you see blue under this decision assist list, it means academically you're in the top 25 percentile of the kids that were accepted into that college the previous year. Nothing to do with your sport, just academically, your test scores put you in the higher echelon of the people that were accepted in that school. If you see green, you're in the middle, that 50 to 75 percentile. If you saw yellow over here, that means that you were in the bottom 25. And this is new to us. If you see this white, or it may look clear to you guys just watching the software, that means that school doesn't use the ACT and SAT as a criteria for acceptance. You're going to have to do something else, and I don't know what that's going to be. Each individual school will do it differently, but that's something great for you to know, right? So that if you didn't do well on those tests, you're not stuck. And one of the things we always talk about inside of at Sports Solutions LLC, you're not stuck. You're never stuck. Don't let anyone tell you messed up or something went wrong. But what I don't want you to do is get into the habit of going, oh, there's always a fallback. There's always a soft landing. That's not who we are at AthleticSOS. So even though some of the schools I know from 2020 all the way through 2023, you didn't have to take the ACT or SAT. Take it anyway. It's going to give you an advantage. These schools are going to show up for you because you took that test score. You want to have an advantage over everybody else. You want to do the extra work. It's also going to show to those college coaches, to those admission people at the school, hey, this kid didn't just fall back on the baseline. They went ahead, above and beyond. That's who you want to be in life. I emphasize that over and over again, but I'm emphasizing it here. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys this part. There's a lot more when you hit details and you go in. We're going to give you all this other information and these links and stuff like that, but I don't want to give too much away about what's in there. It doesn't cost you anything to get in here, so if just sign up. So here are some of the other things I wanted to show you guys. Otherwise, this video will be forever. I picked this athlete, but it could have been a male or a female. I picked the male athlete for this this demo. And then under resources, there's no excuses with us. So these are links to the eligibility centers. No one has to hold your hand. You go in there and you sign up for yourself for the eligibility centers. If you're in lower income and you can't afford to do it, go through your high school athletic department. They can get you in and let you sign up, I think at no cost, but you need to sign up for this thing. So go ahead and do that. The coaches are going to be looking for that. The college coaches are going to be looking for that. And then the SAT, ACT, same thing. I don't like excuses. So we give you a link to their website. You go, you find out when the tests are. I don't want to say you missed the test because the coach or the athletic department or the high school counselor didn't tell you about it. Nonsense. We don't do the excuses around here. Everything's there for you that you need. Everything I just talked to you about is in here. How to navigate, how to do everything. I'm a video person, so you will actually see the mouse go across the screen, land just like I just did right now. I'm really big on that. And then these are some frequently asked questions. So all of that is in here. I'm going to show you one more thing here. I'm going to go back to the home page here, and I kind of wanted to show you guys what it looks like for your profile, if you wanted to send your profile out for yourself or if your coach sends it out. And you can kind of edit this a little bit, but of course your photo would be here. There's no photo here right now. This is all your information. And then over here you can see upcoming events, the files and videos, social media. I didn't put anything there. Some notes that are there. I didn't show you guys this, but there could be some notes for each of the sports. And this would be great for a coach to get, and they can see if they're interested in you, right? They can go look at your videos and see if you're interested. If your coach sent it out, they will send a message back out to the coach. If they didn't, we have inside that area where I showed you under media, under here, I give you information about how I would go about, or how we recommend you go about, if you're an unsigned senior, the method for you to contact on your own. We have our own method that we recommend for you. So, but our first method is let someone else do it first, like your high school or your travel club coach. Reach out first. That gives you more credibility. But if you don't have that going for you, no one's helping you, things aren't going the way you want to do, you guys are at war with the coaches for some reason, I don't know what's going on in your lives, but we do have a method for you if that is something that's happening to you. So we try to help people out as best we can. And then in the future, if you got a code from your high school or you got a code from a travel club coach, there's another level here where they can have some notes and information and things they want you to do that are exclusive to you and your organization. So anyway, that was a brief overview of what the software is, what it does, and I wanted you guys to see that, because one of the most important things is that AthleticSOS is here for you to move forward, and that there are tons of options you don't know about. Most kids get locked into the schools in their area. They're competing against the same people they're playing with, and then so that it's squashed down. There may be 2, 3, 4, 5 schools that are in your area that you qualified to attend academically, that have your sport, that need you the upcoming year. All of that makes everybody tight and scared, and it's the scarcity mindset. And I know from when we were doing this, people will talk bad about the same people on their team or on their club team to the college coach. They will say something negative when they go on their visit. It's really just the Hunger Games type of situation, and we don't want that. We want you to feel relaxed. Hey, there's schools all over the country I can go to. There's schools at all the different levels that I didn't even know were available. We're giving you that information, so we want you to use it. All right, guys, as always, best of luck to you in all your endeavors. If you want to continue playing, we're here to help you, and we'll talk to you. And go ahead and sign up. I already gave you the code. I already gave you the information. It's down below this video in the description. Use it. Please, please use it. That's why we built it. And that's it. We're here for you. Talk to you guys later. Bye.